Hello friends, in this video we are going to discuss how to create a simple scatter plot and matrix scatter plot with the help of R. The scatter plot is used to represent a relationship between the two vectors, those who are numeric in nature. So to understand the process, we create a first vector age in the script area by using the combine method. So all the elements of the age are numeric in nature, and we create a second vector weight by using the combine method, and all the elements of the weight are also numeric in nature. Alt plus enter. So just let us check this one. Age, all the elements are there for age, and weight, all the elements are there for weight. Now I'm going to create a simple scatter plot. So I'm using the command plot age weight and alt plus enter. So you can see in the plot area one graphical representation is there that represents the relationship between the age and weight, and that relationship exists in an upward direction, that is also linear in nature. So that indicates the positive association between these two vectors. The friends, one more thing you can do, you can change certain pattern of these dots and the size of these dots. So you have to use two functions are there. One is PCH and second one is the CEX. So PCH is used to change the type of these dots, and the CEX that decides the size of these dots. So let's do it. Wait, so I'm using the PCH that indicates the character or the feature of this, so that varies from 0 to 25. You can use any figure between 0 to 25 and then you can change its features, and I can make it color as a red. Now you see the difference. Now you can change the PCH is 10. Now see the change. You can use the PCH is 5. See the difference. So you can decide yourself what you want to represent. So in this way you can make it more illustrative as per your own particular interest. And second thing which you can do, you can decide the limit of the x-axis and limit of the y-axis. So for doing the same, you have to use plot age weight, and you can decide x lim. Let's say we decide it's from 5 to 20, and y limits we decide from 20 to 60. Now see the changes in the plot area. Now you can see the x limit that decides from 5 to 20 and the y limit that is from 20 to 60. So if the data is more, so you can decide its limit accordingly. You can decide its title also. So for that you have to use main, and in bracket you have to decide its title like relationship between age and weight. So now you can see the title. In this way you can change, you can create, or you can decide its title also. So in this way you can create a simple scatter plot. Now suppose there is one more vector is there, that is marks of the student, then you can create, or you can use all these three vectors in a one scatter plot only, and that would be known as a matrix scatter plot. So to understand this one, we create a one more vector marks. Again it is numeric in nature. Let's see, these are the marks of these students. Alt plus enter. So you create a marks, and now I'm using the matrix scatter plot. So what the command we have to use is pairs. Now this is, you have to use the tilt, press shift plus extreme left button at your keyboard, and then you have to mention age plus weight plus marks, and then alt plus enter. So you can see one matrix scatter plot is there in which all the relationship which you can see. So this is that indicates the relationship between the age and weight, age and marks, weight and marks, and age and weight. So that is called your matrix scatter plot. You can change its colors also, like you can use blue color, so that will be converted into the blue color. So in this way you can prepare the matrix scatter plot that indicates the relationship between more than two vectors in a single chart only. So friends, this is a way for doing the single and the matrix scatter plot by using some certain vectors. Now suppose there is an inbuilt data in the R, and you can use, or you are going to use, you are going to use to prepare the scatter plot by using the inbuilt data. So what is the process for that? Now let's suppose I'm having this data set in the R itself. You type data sets, and now suppose one data is there, attitude. Now there are certain dimensions, certain vectors are there in the attitude, like ratings, complaints, privilege, learning, rages, and critical. Now you want to prepare the scatter plot between rating and complaints. So what command you have to use for that? You have to use for plot. Now we have to mention the parent file name. So the parent file name is attitude, so type attitude. Now you have to use the sign of dollar. So once you make a sign of dollar, the R asking you that which of the vectors you are going to use. So I'm going to use the rating, so I select rating and then comma. Again my parent file is attitude. Again I type a dollar sign. The again R is asking from me that what is the next vector which you are going to incorporate. So my next vector is complaints, so I select complaints and then alt plus enter. So now you can see the relationship between the rating and the complaints. So this command you have to use. It means the sign of the dollar you want to use once you are using the inbuilt data set of the R, or you import any data set and now you want to choose any vector from that particular data set, then you have to use this command. Now similarly, if you want to find out the relationship by incorporating one more vector like your learnings, so you have to use the matrix scatter plot. So again use pairs, a sign of tilt. Now what is my first vector? The first vector is at the rating, so I select attitude, a sign of dollar, now rating. The second is your complaints, so again I'm using the attitude, a sign of dollar, and select complaints. And the third one is learning, so type attitude, a sign of dollar, and select learning, and then you can make alt plus enter. So in this way you can find out the relationship between these three vectors into form of matrix scatter plot. So this command you have to use once you are using the inbuilt data set, or if you import any data set, then you can use this one. So friends, this is the way for creating the simple scatter plot and matrix scatter plot through the R. Thank you so much.